class 6. Let us continue with the story Daedalus and the Icarus. So far we have learned that Daedalus and Icarus were put into the prison by King Minos because he had become jealous of Daedalus's ability and his excellence in the work. So while the father and the son, they were spending their time in the prison and thinking of the ways of escaping, Icarus one day had remarked, looking at the seagulls flying over the shore, that until and unless we have wings, we cannot escape from this prison, because the land and the water both are heavily guarded by the soldiers of the king. So listening to Icarus's words, Daedalus thought for a long time, and then he got an idea, and let us see what idea he had got. Come with me, my son, said Daedalus. We have much work to do if we are to be truly free. When they had emerged from their prison cell and had descended the tower, Daedalus set Icarus to work. We shall make ourselves wings, he said, and with them we shall leave the island. It is our only solution. So, after getting the idea, Daedalus called his son Icarus that let us go and set to work, start working. And while coming down the steps of the tower, he informed Icarus that they are going to build the wings and they are going to fly away from the prison, because that was their only solution of becoming free. But how are we to make wings? Asked the puzzled boy. Now Icarus, he had not got the idea how the father was telling that we are going to build the wings. Then here we don't have anything. How are we supposed to make the wings? I will show you, replied the father. But first we must collect feathers, many feathers. The father led the son towards the rocks on the seashore. The coastal rocks were used by the seabirds for their nesting grounds. Now, Daedalus said, okay, come with me. I am going to show you how to make the wings. And he led Icarus to the coast, that means seashore, on the rocks, where the seagulls used to build their nests. And he told Icarus that they are supposed to collect lots and lots of feathers. There were feathers galore all over the shore. Feathers galore means spreading all over in large number, all over the shore. During the weeks that followed, walking amongst the rocks at dusk and after nightfall, father and son began to make a collection of the finest feathers they could find. By day, out of view of the watchful eyes of the guards, they began to weave the feathers together. Now, they started to collect. Every evening, they were supposed to walk around the seashore on the rocks, and they started collecting the best quality of the feathers from the seagulls' nests. And during the daytime, escaping the watchful eyes of the guards, they used to sew those feathers together. Daedalus had no tools to work with save for a needle that he always wore in his tunic. With this and with threads plucked carefully from an old blanket, he began to sew together the large feathers. Now Daedalus did not have any tools to work except for a small needle that he had kept hidden in his tunic. Tunic, the gown type of cloth that he was supposed to wear in the prison. And with the help of that needle and by plucking the threads of an old blanket, he started to weave the large feathers together. To bind the softer, more delicate feathers, Daedalus melted and used the wax of old candles. The feathers were built up layer upon layer and shaped to resemble the wings of a giant bird. Very soon, 4 enormous wings had been fashioned from the feathers. So, smaller feathers, he used to melt the wax from the old candles and he used to stick them together. And the larger ones, he used to weave them together. And slowly, a large wing, the large wings of a large bird, he built. Today, we can finally try out our wings, said Daedalus one sunny day. Look, the sea is calm and the clouds idle along. The breeze is by no means strong. So one sunny day, Daedalus, after making the wings, he informed Icarus that today is the perfect day for testing our wings because the weather is absolutely fine. There is no strong wind to destroy our wings. So let us try it out. Daedalus took up one great wing in either arm and mounted carefully to the first level of the tower. Balancing himself on the very edge of a parapet, he slipped his arms through the delicate straps and loops on the wings and clasped them firmly in his grip. For a moment, he stood on the edge of the balcony and slowly and steadily began to flap his wings. Now Daedalus, he had the straps with the wings and with them he tied their wings into his arms and stood upon the edge of the balcony and he started to move his arms up and down and test the weight and the texture of the wings, how they feel. Then, when a soft breeze began to blow, aiding his efforts, he leapt from the tower. Now, as the suitable wind started to blow, he jumped into the air and started to flap his arms more strongly. Daedalus flapped frantically as he fell, and then, as if borne aloft by the gods, he was soaring and gliding like a bird. Round the tower he went, with his young son cheering his progress. So, it was absolutely to their expectation that Daedalus was finally able to fly around the tower, and Icarus was so excited. Over the next few days, father and son practiced taking off and landing. Very soon they became quite skilled at this and came to understand how a fledgling could learn this so naturally. Fledgling, the small birds, when they start to learn flying, that way the adult birds, the parent birds, they teach their small ones how to fly, and Daedalus and Icarus followed the same rule and same method. Every day they used to practice for some time with their wings. They were soon flying round and round the tower with great ease. Now with the practice, it became easier for them. When the day of their departure and flight to freedom dawned, Daedalus cautioned his son. Now, we will learn what caution means warning Daedalus gave to his son in the next video.